Building our website used to mean you had to wrestle with code or these super complicated tools. But what if you could just describe your idea and have AI build it for you? Today, we're going to look at exactly how AI is making that happen, and we'll explore two totally different paths you can take to get your site online in, like, minutes. So, let me ask you a question. What's the hardest part of getting a website off the ground right now? You might think it's, having that perfect $1 million idea or writing all the content. But honestly, the real roadblock is often something else entirely. It's the tools, the sheer number and complexity of them. You've got to pick a platform, hunt down the right plugins, maybe even mess around with some code. It can get so overwhelming that great ideas just fizzle out before they even get a chance to start. Yet, that first hurdle, just figuring out how to build the thing, is where so many amazing projects just get stuck. But what if you could just skip all of that? Well, that's exactly the promise of these new AI platforms. A great example is what Hostinger is doing with their AI builder. The whole goal is to give you a super fast, code-free experience where everything you need is in one spot, so you can focus on your actual idea, not the techie setup stuff. The whole idea is that it's all in one. You don't need to know any code, you're not hunting for extra plugins or trying to sync up a bunch of third-party tools. Everything, right down to your hosting, your domain name, and even your email is included from the get-go. Okay, so let's dive into how this actually works. Hostinger basically gives you two different AI-powered ways to build your site. Think of them like two paths leading to the same awesome destination, a beautiful live website. On the first path, you start with a structure, kind of like an architect working from a blueprint. On the second path, you start with a conversation, more like you're brainstorming with a creative partner. Let's check out that first path. All right, path one is the Hostinger website builder. This is perfect for anyone who likes to see a visual starting point and have a clear structure to work with. It really lets you be the architect of your site. Now, you could start by picking from a library of over 170 pre-made templates, and they're all fully customizable and look great on mobile. But the real magic happens when you let the AI build that first draft for you. So let's imagine we're building a site for a cool little restaurant called Downtown Cow. All you do is give the AI a simple description, just like this one. You're just telling it who you are and what you're all about. And the workflow is just so simple. You describe your brand, and boom, the AI generates a whole starting website for you in seconds, with layouts, images, and text that actually make sense. From there, you just go in, tweak the details, and hit Go Live. And don't think for a second that what the AI builds is locked in. Oh no. You have full control to edit every single section. You can drag and drop new things in, and you can even use other AI tools to whip up custom images or punch up your text. Okay, now for path number two. This one takes a completely different approach. It's Hostinger's conversational builder, and it's called Horizons. With this, you're not the architect with a blueprint. You're a collaborator building your site through a conversation. So for our Downtown Cow Bistro, look how different the prompt is. It's much more conversational. We're not just saying what the business is, we're describing the vibe we want. Cozy fall colors, a spot for date night. And here's where it gets really interesting. Instead of just building something right away, the AI actually talks back to you. It asks you questions to make sure it understands exactly what you need before it gets to work. And your reply is just as easy. You just answer in plain English, like you're texting a friend. There are no complicated menus or settings to dig through. This whole conversational thing isn't just for the initial setup either. It's for the entire process. Maybe you decide you want a darker color scheme. Just ask. Need to add a new featured plate section. Just type it in the chat, and the AI builds it for you. It's wild. Okay, this might be my favorite part. The AI becomes a true design partner. You can literally ask it, hey, what am I missing? And it'll come back with suggestions like adding your business hours or a photo gallery or testimonials. It helps you fill in those gaps you might not have even thought of. So there you have it, two really powerful but very different AI tools, the architect and the collaborator. The big question is, how do you know which path is the right one for you and your project? Well, this chart breaks it down pretty clearly. The website builder, the architect, is your best bet if you like to start with a visual structure and then fine-tune it. But Horizons, the collaborator, that's for you if you'd rather shape your site piece by piece through a conversation, starting from a totally blank slate. So it really all comes down to one simple question about your personal style. Do you want to start with a blueprint and make it your own? Or would you rather start with a conversation and build something amazing from scratch with a partner? Your answer will point you to the perfect tool. Either way you go, the wall between having a great idea and having a live website has basically crumbled. Your next big project is literally just a prompt away. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build?